paper ballots.
Folks, that is one of the areas that we have got to fix.
Amen.
And we have to know that we have free and fair elections. Because the day that people in America stop feeling like that their votes don't count, they stop voting and they do give up. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you feel strongly about election integrity, you need to get on that bandwagon. If that's not your thing, let me tell you, there are a lot of areas that you can help fight in. And if you get involved in too many different areas, then you spread yourself too thin and you're not as effective. So think about the thing that you're most passionate about and pursue that committee. Conrad Reynolds, what is the name of the Election Integrity Institute? Is that what he's not here? Okay.
Arkansas Voter Integrity Initiative.
Arkansas Voter Integrity Initiative. Okay, so check out that website, and they are working very hard to try to improve our elections. And if you are concerned about whether or not our elections are, if there's that problem in Arkansas, you should have heard the speaker at that meeting the other night. It was incredible. There's so much fraud, and it is frightening, because the people that count the votes control your country, for sure. Parents' rights, if you're concerned about the moral depravity in our country today and the attack on our families, you know, I know that a lot of people in the Republican Party, the Saline County Republican Committee has been very active. Those women have put billboards up and been very, very active in fighting that issue. Also, Moms for Liberty organization, they're a conservative group. Any Moms for Liberty ladies here tonight? Good for you. Yes, okay. So Moms for Liberty, that is their area. The Saline County Republican Committee, you need to get with those ladies and say, when do you meet, how can I get involved? Because that's my passion. What are you passionate about? Get in that fight. Gun rights, well, that's an easy one. I think we're in pretty good shape in our state on the gun rights front, and believe it or not, the federal level is they're pretty locked on what they can do because of state sovereignty. And we passed some legislation in preparation of Biden and Obama being elected that sort of protected our citizens. And I won't go into all that. But if you are interested in gun rights, Gun Owners of Arkansas is a great organization to join. Please join them. You can look them up on Facebook. And also 2A Women, that's an organization that I started. It is national as well. We have a state group. We work closely with Gun Owners of Arkansas, but they are the lead organization. We are a support organization of women. Intercommittee groups. So, growing your committee. It doesn't look like you have a growth problem here. But I also know you have a lot of guests tonight. So how do you grow your committee? And how do you keep people coming? You must stay engaged. How many of you have not missed a meeting in the past year? Okay. Okay. How many of you have only missed a couple meetings? That's pretty good. All right, because I had heard that people were kind of slowing down on coming. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. It's like going to church on Sunday. You know, you got to go. It's a time for feeding. It's a time for getting together. It's a time for staying on top of the issues and connecting with the leader of your organization so that you can get involved in the issues that matter. You can't do that if you're not here, especially to ask questions. Inter-party issues. I want to talk about closed primaries.
Yes.
Because I'm a strong proponent of closed primaries. And let me tell you why. And of course you have the right to decide how you feel about that. But I had an hour-long conversation recently with June Wood, who's a good friend of mine. It's Joseph Wood's wife. And she and I disagree on that issue. But we have a very good relationship. We're friends and we can talk for an hour on the phone and still agree to disagree when we hang up and still love each other. And of course I still love her. But here was my complaint to her about open primaries. I want you to think about it this way. And I know this is for a fact. Democrats are flooding our polls. They're flooding our polls. That's not my opinion. They talk about it on the news. They talk about it on election night. How many Democrats were flooding our polls in Pulaski County in our primary to elect the most left-leaning Republican? So why do we allow them to have that leeway? Why would we do that? Do you know what that's like? Excuse me. That is like, let's say that you are a member of a sorority on your college campus. And it's time to elect the president of your sorority. And your sorority said, okay, so everybody who's a member a paid member of our sorority gets to vote for president. Oh, and also, if you just attend college here, you can help us decide who our president's going to be. You can vote. Oh, wait, no. If you live in this town where our college is, you can come and vote on who our sorority president's going to be. Is that not insane? And yet that's what we do. Now, the arguments I hear against it are, well, and I've actually, someone who was the leader of the Republican Party I had this discussion with, and she said, well, Jan, if we close the primaries, she said, I understand what you're saying, but if we close the primaries, then we're going to lose a lot of voters, because there are a lot of people that don't want to commit to being a Republican, but they'll vote in our primaries. And I said, do you want quantity or do you want quality? Deciding who our Republican is going to be, or do you want people who are, I'm not so committed. I'm a uniparty person. Today I feel Republican because I want to help, but tomorrow I'm going to vote Democrat on everything else. No, see, what you have to decide, folks, is this a book of suggestions or is this a book of policy commitment? What is it? Yeah. So if you're not committed to this platform, then why should you have a say in who the leader of our party is going to be, who the next state representative is going to be, who the Republican is going to be on the ballot for U.S. Senate, for U.S. Congress, for state representative? Why should you have a say in that? You shouldn't. That's